Today, on Starfield Essentials, I demonstrate a mod that shows the power of an adjective. This is Unique POI Names by Paul Brock. For me, it totally changes how I interact with POIs. I'll give an overview and show examples of this mod in action. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Overview. Unique POI Names is available free on Creations and Nexus Mods. The idea behind this mod is simple. Rename over 88 POIs in Starfield, giving each a different title. Why does this matter? This is a positive and honest Starfield channel, so let's lean into the honest side of that description. If you land on a planet or moon and see the same radiant POIs around you, it will be tiresome. The Freelanes update tried to mitigate this issue by adding more POIs and by changing the Radiant POI algorithm. There are also several mods that try to mitigate this issue. Paul Brock's own POI Cooldown is available free on Creations and Nexus Mods. I still have to try the updated POI Cooldown because it appears it is still needed. Paul noted on the mod description that, quote, even though Freelanes has added much better cooldowns out of the box, the older POIs like Cryolabs and Deserted Relay Station, oh, we see that one all the time, do not have this new cooldown feature unless you use this mod, POI Cooldown. By the way, I noticed an important caveat on the POI Cooldown mod page that everyone should heed. Paul wrote, quote, you need to actually visit a POI before a cooldown is triggered. You don't need to clear it, but you do need to go up to it. Then you shouldn't see any more of them until the cooldown ends. Even with excellent mods like POI Cooldown, I still think you need to pair them with unique POI names. Let's examine why. Details. Let's look at some POI examples to understand why renaming is so powerful. First, there are currently 33 POIs called simply Cave in the vanilla game, as first discovered and documented in Observations on Starfield's Caves by LeBourgeoisGent. If you're just looking at a location in your scanner and it only says cave, is there really any reason to visit it? There's no way to tell that it's any different from any other cave. A mod like POI Cooldown could be showing you a new cave, but you'd never know. This problem extends to other POIs. There are at least 7 POIs called Civilian Outpost, at least 7 POIs called Science Outpost, at least 5 POIs called Pipeline Terminus, at least 4 POIs called Pipeline Substation, and so on. This is quite shocking in my opinion. If you look at the list of locations as documented by the excellent Inara database, there are 3 collections to consider. The first includes outposts and settlements, star stations and outposts. The second includes miscellaneous locations, points of interest, fixed, not radiant, temples. The third includes radiant and random locations, what most people consider to be POIs. That third collection is huge, with 200 entries, 13 of which are added by Terran Armada. But if you remember what I said about POIs sharing the same name, whether cave or civilian outpost or science outpost or pipeline, then that list severely undercounts POIs in Starfield. So, just renaming POIs to give each a unique title is a simple yet massive step in the right direction. Examples. Let's look at some example POIs that I visited on 2 planets. First is Altair 3. I saw these locations: Embedded Mining Outpost, Bubble Fungi Cave, Narrow Misty Cave, Tiered Civilian Outpost, Hot Springs Cave, Dark Cave, Towering Science Outpost, Glowing Cave, Broken Pipeline Substation, Infested Cave, and Ordinary Cave. Second is Magrath in the Narion system. I saw these locations: Market Outpost, Planet Science Outpost, Wet Cave, Slimy Cave, Blue Crystals Cave. So, there were 16 locations on 2 planets, all made fresh by just changing their name. Now, all the caves were still basically empty, but giving each a different name made it more interesting for me as a visitor. I believe that there are mods that add NPCs and other excitement to caves, but I'm not using any at the moment. If you have a favorite, please let me know in a comment. Let's take a minute to look at a specific example. Here we have a plant science outpost. I would never have visited this location if I had not seen the name on my scanner. I thought to myself, what is a plant science outpost? Is this something I've seen before? I've probably seen it because I've been playing this game for thousands of hours, but what location deserves the name Plant Science Outpost? Even just thinking about what decision Paul Brock might have made to name this place, it made it interesting for me. So as you can see, it turns out it's one of these outposts that's guarded by robots who do not like human visitors. Otherwise, this just would have been called Outpost, or possibly Civilian Outpost? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a good example of a rename that made a location interesting and made me want to visit it. Conclusion. When running this test, I didn't use any POI diversity mods. Despite that fact, there was a ton of diversity where I landed. You might be wondering how this mod interacts with something like permanent POIs. Permanent POIs is available free on Creations and Nexus Mods. Because permanent POIs adds new copies of POIs to the game, this Unique POIs mod does not interfere with it. Paul Brock reports that Unique POI Names is also compatible with Forgotten Frontiers 1 and 2, which are awesome, POI variations, permanent POIs, and no more idiotic landings. I haven't tried that, but whatever. If you're running POI Cooldown, you'll need this patch on Creations and Nexus Mods. I think Unique POI Names is an awesome addition to the game, and I plan to keep it so long as it stays compatible with the base game. Paul Brock updated Unique POI Names to be compatible with free lanes. I've been using it without any problems. Thank you, Paul Brock, for your work, and thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. In addition to videos, I post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server, early access to these videos, and members-only live streams. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. I use your contributions to pay for drives for capturing footage, to buy creations to review, and to pay the monthly fee for StreamYard, which I use for live streams. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the word surprise. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.